as you all know about charges, let me explain about charges first of all. You have heard about matter, right? In your class 9th and 10th, you have heard about matter. Matter, in the matter, how you are going to define matter? It is something, or you can say matter is any object, right, which has some mass and which occupies some volume. This is the simplest definition of matter. Now, the matter made up of any object made up of what? Atom. Atom is the fundamental and smallest unit, right? Now, if you get inside the atom, okay, within the atom, what you have? You have electrons, you have protons, you have neutrons, right? Electrons, you have learned about the structure of atom. I know, like, you all know about the structure of atom, isn't it or not? So in class 9th, in class 11th, you have learned it very nicely. In the structure of atom, you know that electrons are rotating outside the nucleus, right? And you have electron and proton, right? You have electrons and proton present within the proton and neutron present within the nucleus, right? Neutrons are neutral, having no positive, no negative charge. But what about proton and electron? They are positively as well as negatively charged particles, right? So now just try to get the concept first. See, in the atom, you have what? Like, suppose if I am talking about an atom, okay? Atom has electrons and protons. Electrons are negatively charged and protons are what? Positively charged, right? Now, atoms only consist, or you can say combines to form element. Elements combine to form compound, and you will get a various objects. Even you and me also made up of atom only, okay? Whatever the object you have, whatever the object you are touching, you are feeling, you are sensing, right? Everything is made up of atom. And if everything is made up of atom, that means everything is having electron and protons, right? If everything is having electron and protons, that means they have charges within them, right? Even we are made up of atom, so we also having positive and negative charges, right? So that, now this is all about charges. What is electric charge actually? Why? What is the difference between charge and electric charge? See, electric charge is basically the physical property of matter due to which it experiences and produces electric and magnetic effect. Now, the charges, due to the charges, if the object experiences a electric effect or a magnetic effect, then it is called as a electric charge. Let me give you another example. Suppose you have a glass rod and you have a silk cloth, right? What you did, you just, suppose this is glass rod and my hand is what? Silk cloth, okay? So what you did, you just initially, they are also made up of atom, they have charges within them, but we cannot say that they are electrified, okay? They are not, we are not considered them as a electrified. Why? When we considered them electrified, see, once you started rubbing the glass rod with the silk cloth, right, then what happened? The charges are transferred, okay? Now the charges, now suppose initially the atom is electrically neutral. Initially the atom is electrically neutral, neither positively charged nor negatively charged. Once you started rubbing the object with each other, then maybe the electron transfer from here to here, okay? Once the electron started transferring from this to this, then what happened? Here you have an accumulation of electron and here you have a deficiency of electron. Here you have a deficiency and here you have a density of electron. So this atom poses negatively charged and this atom poses a positive charge. So similarly, if I am rubbing this glass rod with silk cloth, so maybe like the electrons started transferring from silk cloth to this rod. Okay, now what happened? When the electron transferred from silk to glass rod, silk become positively charged and glass rod become what? Negatively charged, right? Because the electron transferred from silk cloth to glass rod. So this will become negatively, this will become positively. Deficient. Now this is deficient. Now, so now this is called as a electrified object. Why? Because the charge is transferred here. Understood what charges we are talking about? Now everywhere we have charges, since we know that air made up of a mixture of gases, gases is also made up of atom, atom has charges. So everywhere we have charges within around us. Understood what do you mean by charges and how it is different from electric charges, right? Any doubt, anyone? See, if you have any doubt, just let me know. Okay, now an object become positively charged by losing electrons. So I have already explained this point, this concept, that when an object lose their electron, it will get positive charge, and an object become negatively charged when it gains electron from other object, right? Object without any net charge are considered as neutral. So the object either it has equal positive or negative, so you can say that that object is neutral. Now what is difference between conductor and insulator? See, conductor is something in which there is a flow of electric current, you can say the conductor which carries current, right? And the insulator which do not carries current. So conductor is any material that allows electric current to pass through it. ठीक है, एक ऐसा मटेरियल जिससे इलेक्ट्रिक करंट पास होता है उसको कहा जाता है क्या? कंडक्टर. ऑलराइट, एंड ऑब्जेक्ट which do not pass electric current, right, they are considered as a insulator. In case of conductor, why conductor conducts electric current? Because of the presence of free electrons, right? Within the conductor, what you have? The presence of free electron. Conductors have a free electrons, and if the electrons are free, when the electrons are moving, they conduct electricity. So due to the presence of free electron, conductor can conduct electricity. Insulator, absence of free electron, right? Absence of free electron, that is what we called insulator. In case of conductor, the charges are equally distributed. Okay, here the charges are equally distributed. Like suppose if this is an object, okay, so the electrons are equally distributed. This is what we can say conductor. But in case of insulator, charges are accumulated. Charges are accumulated at a point, right? Like suppose this is an insulator object, so here only you have a charges, at one point only you have a charges. So this is the basic difference between conductor as well as insulator.
अब एग्जाम की तैयारी को और बेहतर करने के लिए हमारे चैनल को लाइक, शेयर और सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलें।